Hello and welcome to Thursday Live with me, Silly Simon, telling silly April Fool stories. I want a big shout out to Lynette. Hi Lynette. And all the lovely Cherry Road people. Hoaxes stories, big April Fool stories. And these are gags and jokes and practical things that you can play on one another, friends, family, loved ones, posties, and anyone that you may come across in the world. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is owl pox. Now, these can be any kinds of pox, like chicken pox, you get like red spots all over your face. Well, if you've got any stickers lying about, use those. I've got owls. Owls are like chickens. They're just chickens of the night, really. So you put little stickers all over your face. I mean, you could do it with things that are a bit more realistic, like a giant pig or something like that. Stick that on your face, or donuts, donut pox. You can use anything that you've got at home. You might even get some on the hands, you don't know. But yeah, so you just go in, just get up in the morning, go and sit in the living room, and, Aunt Beulah's there, and she's like, "What's that on your face?" And you'll say, "What? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean, what's on my face?" "You've got owls all over your face!" And oh my god, I've got some kind of owl pox. And that's what you do. Little owl pox. Oop. Fake poo. Now this can be done in a variety of number ways. Sticking with the food theme, you could take a load of chocolate, smush it all up, make it look like a big poo, big swirly poo, or a big sort of cigar poo, or whatever kind of poo shape you want it to be. Little rabbit poos can also be good. Or you could just sort of throw a big chunk of it on the table. Is the outrageous news story. Which is, you just make up a news story and say it's been on the news, like aliens have landed in Gorgie. Now, news hoaxes are very good, very silly ones. There was one where they had a spaghetti tree and people were harvesting spaghetti.
Spaghetti cultivation here in Switzerland is not, of course, carried out on anything like the tremendous scale of the Italian industry. Many of you, I'm sure, will have seen pictures of the vast spaghetti plantations in the Po Valley. For the Swiss, however, it tends to be more of a family affair.
So you can go a bit further with this, and you could say, "Oh, I'm just going to plant some little tagliatelle in a plant pot and grow a lovely little tagliatelle bush." It's the salt and sugar swap, and that's when you swap salt into the sugar pot and the sugar pot into the salt, and then people put salt all in their coffee and they put sugar all over their potatoes, which is pretty mean and horrid, and I wouldn't recommend it, but it is very funny. Quite fun. The celebrity rumour generator, and that's when you take a random celebrity, say Michael Bublé, and then you match it with a random occupation and then a random event. So let's do Michael Bublé, with the occupation could be an astronaut, and the event could be that he was once an astronaut for 3 years, but he couldn't go on the International Space Station because people hated his music. Is the mark on the nose with a pound. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, it was in Friends, and it's also been lots of other stuff, where you convince someone that they can't roll a pound along their nose, like bet them a pound or something, I don't know. And they try and do it, but what you do is that you draw with black marks around the pound, and then you roll it down their face. It's a good one. The 52 card drop. Now this is a prank, a hoax, an April Fool practical joke, where you get a 52 cards, playing cards, which have 52 in their deck, and then you just throw them on the floor and you go, that's 52 card drop. The way to really do it is to go, "Oh, Jemima, have you ever played 52 card drop?" No, I haven't. "Would you like to play 50 card drop?" "Yes." And then you get the playing cards and you throw them all over the floor and you have to pick them up. Very, very famous classic one, which is "gullible isn't in the dictionary." And then people go and look it up in the dictionary, and it is in the dictionary. They've been gullible. Fly in the soup, obviously. Get a big fly, and then you pour soup all over it. No, that's not what you do. You get like a little fake fly, you can get them from a joke shop, and you can put them in like an ice cube. They can go in a glass, or just a fly in the soup. Here's a priceless heirloom. Now this is a really fun one. What you should do is just go to charity shop when they're open next and buy a little cup for 50p, and then just say to people over a couple of weeks, you know, this is a priceless heirloom. This is my great uncle Jenny's priceless cup. And then, you know, really make a big thing of it. Also, I love this cup, I love this cup. Just tell everyone. And then at a big party, then just accidentally smash it. And everyone go, oh my God, it's your priceless heirloom. It's Ben's priceless heirloom. Now, a really, really, really interesting one here. So there's a bit of a history one here. Number 11 is that the guy that wrote Sherlock Holmes actually did this practical joke on 5 of his friends, where he just written on a bit of paper, they've discovered our secret. There was no secret, just made up. And he sent it around to 5 of his friends, and one of them actually took off and disappeared, because there obviously was a secret. So yeah, maybe don't do that with people. Well, thanks for seeing some of my silly stories and April Fool's tales, and it's lovely to see you. Yes, I can see you. Yeah, you put that down right now. Anyway, and I'll see you again very soon, and just keep using this time to eat loads of sweets and snacks, look at the stars at night, and look at doggies running about in the street, and goats and other four-legged animals that tend to scurry about. Anyway, yeah, so that's me signing off for now, and see you next Thursday Live.